Welcome back to a brand new video by Welsh Hunter Game Reviews. Today we are reviewing and looking into For Honor. Enjoy! For Honor is a 2017 action video game developed and published by Ubisoft for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. For Honor allows players to play the roles of historical forms of soldiers and warriors, including knights, samurais, Vikings, and since October 2018, the Chinese Wulin, within a medieval setting controlled using a third-person perspective. The game was developed primarily by Ubisoft Montreal and released worldwide in 2017. For Honor is an action fighting game set during a medieval fantasy setting. Players can play as a character from one of four different factions, namely the Iron Legion, which are the Knights, the Warden, which are the Vikings, and the Dawn Empire, which are the Samurai, and the Wulin, ancient Chinese. The Wulin faction was added in Marching Fire expansion in October 2018. Each hero has their own quotes in their own language that will trigger when certain actions are performed. The Knights speak Latin, the Vikings speak Icelandic, and the Samurai speaks Japanese, and also the Wulin speak Mandarin. Each faction has 4 classes at launch, with 2 more being added at the beginning of every season of the faction war. The Vanguard class is described as well balanced and has excellent offense and defense. The Assassin's class is fast and efficient in dueling enemies, but the class deals much less damage to multiple enemies. The Heavies are more resistant to damage and are suitable for holding capture points, though their attacks are slow. The last class, known as Hybrid, is a combination of 2 or 3 types and is capable of using uncommon skills. All heroes are unique and have their own weapons, skills and fighting styles. Players fight against their opponents with their class-specific melee weapons. When players perform certain actions, such as killing multiple enemies consecutively, they gain feats, which are additional perks. These perks allow players to gain additional points and strengths, call in a barrage of arrows or a catapult attack, or even heal themselves. In most missions, players are accompanied by numerous AI minions. They are significantly weaker than the player's character, and do not pose much threat. A tactical combat system known as the Art of Battle is initiated when the player encounters other players or player-like AI in the multiplayer or higher health AI in campaign. Players enter a dueling mode with them wherein players aim at their opponent with their weapon. Players can choose how to place and position their weapons with 3 directions, from above, the right and the left, when they are attacking their enemies. By observing on-screen hints and the movements of their opponents, which reflect their respective attack position, players are able to choose the correct position to block the other player's attacks. Players also have these special abilities, which vary depending on the character they choose, such as barging into the enemies with their shoulder and performing back-stepping swipes. The strength of each attack can also be decided by the player. The system aims at allowing players to feel the weight of the weapon in their hand. As said at the beginning of the video, there are 4 factions in For Honor. Those are the Knights, Vikings and Samurai, with a 4th faction, the Wulin. There are 9 combatants in the Knight faction, 7 in both the Viking and Samurai factions, and 5 in Wulin faction, which makes a total of 28 heroes, each wielding their own unique weapon from history. After a natural catastrophe pitted the most fearsome warriors against one another in a fight for resources and territory, the bloodthirsty warlord Apollyon believes the people of the Knights, Vikings and Samurai have grown weak and want to create an age of all-out war through manipulation of each faction. To this end, the perspectives of each characters within each faction are shown as events and are shaped. Battles are waged and agendas are created as Apollyon works to ensure continuous sparks of conflict between the Legion, the Warborn and the Chosen from the Maya. With a later DLC, the Wulin, based on Chinese culture, were added. while in-game lore links the Romans fighting for the Legion to a 5th Roman-based faction not present in the game.
Doesn't look too hard.
The warlord Apollyon takes control of the Knights of the Blackstone Legion after murdering her rivals, who fight for the people of the land of Ashfield, allowing her to sow the seeds of perpetual war and create stronger men to rule over the weak. During the Blackstone Legion's attempt to bring a dishonourable lord-turned-mercenary, Hervis de Brenny, to justice, his second-in-command, known as the Warden, helps to stop the Blackstone siege and battles the champion of the Blackstone Knights. Upon defeating a Blackstone Legion captain, Adabert, the Warden is made a Knight of the Legion by Holden Cross, Apollyon's lieutenant, and leaves with him. During his or her time in the Apollyon's army, the Warden helps to defend against the Viking raiders of the Warborn, but soon realises shortly after meeting with Apollyon that he cares nothing about protecting people and seeks to manipulate her enemies into endless battles. Starting with the Vikings, Apollyon and her warriors, including Holden Cross, the Warden and fellow lieutenants Stone and Mercy, attack their settlements and sack their strongholds in the northern lands of Valkenheim, leaving only enough food and supplies to fight over and sparing those who would eagerly fight for those scraps and are strong enough to do so. For Honor was developed by Ubisoft Montreal. Blue Byte developed the game's PC version. It was announced during Ubisoft's E3 2015 press conference. Development of the game began in 2012. For Honor was the company's first attempt of developing a strategy action game. The structure of the game is inspired by shooter games. The game was released worldwide for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on February the 14th, 2017. A 20-track original soundtrack released alongside the game on February the 14th. On the 27th of July 2018, the game was announced to be joining the Xbox Games with Gold program. The documentary Playing Hard shows the development of the game from an idea of Jason Vandenberg up to the release. The game features a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. The Warden was later included as a playable DLC character in SNK's 2019 fighting game Samurai Showdown on June 24th, 2020.
Blackstone dog has strayed from his pack.
Stand down.
For Honor received generally favourable reviews according to the video game review aggregator Metacritic. PC Gamer awarded it a score of 74 out of 100, saying a tense, tactical, medieval brawler that will reward anyone with the patience and will to master it. Eurogamer ranked the game 25th on their list of the top 50 games of 2017. The game won the People's Choice Awards for the best fighting game in IGN's Best of 2017 awards. In Japan, For Honor debuted as the top-selling video game during its first week of release, which was February the 13th to the February the 19th of 2017, selling 40,062 copies, according to Media Create. In the US, it was the top-selling video game of February 2017, according to the NPD Group's tracking of retail and some digital sales. In the UK, it was the best-selling game during the week ending February the 18th, 2017, according to Chart Track data, which excludes digital sales. The game ranked 7th worldwide in digital sales of console games during February 2017, according to Superdata Research's digital sales report, selling over 700,000 digital copies for all three platforms. So with all that said and done, what does Welsh Hunter, that's me, think of this game? Well, I love the graphics. I love the way it just flows into different combat scenarios and the amount of things you can do on this game. For instance, I've just chucked this bridge out and I am now climbing it towards enemies running down it, and my teammates on my right and left are helping me siege this fortress. So it's just amazing, and the fact that you can level up different weapons and try out different factions is absolutely fantastic. The graphics alone are something not to cry about but to cheer about. It is something of a spectacle. So I rate this a solid 10 out of 10. So much to learn and so much to do and so many bosses to kill. So with that being said and done, please like, subscribe and comment. Don't forget to share the shit out of this review. It would be fantastic if you could do so. Check in the description below to purchase this on Amazon. It is simply amazing. Please like, subscribe and comment once again. Don't forget to share, and please check out my merch site. Plenty of merch to go around. If you would like to get more out of this channel, take out a membership from as little as £1 per month. You will gain access to our members only Discord, where we chat on a daily basis and receive loads of perks such as behind the scenes photos, behind the scenes videos and much more. Thank you for watching, guys. Please take care, be safe, bye bye for now.